We know, for example, this is just an example because it's very complicated in general, but making it simple for anybody, we know that the brain operates at different levels, different rates. It does different things depending upon a pulse of energy moving through the hemispheres of the brain we call brain waves. And these brain waves are identified externally by instruments, machines, by calculating cycles of waves per second, for example. And so these waves, as they move fast, slow, high, low, etc., we're just looking at a mathematical formula. We use this same information when we talk about, for example, meditation. That right now we're in alpha state. Alpha is a certain brain wave level. The waves are moving at a certain speed. They are recorded on a piece of paper. You would see them. They would have a certain height to them, a certain distance, a certain length, etc. We go from alpha, if we were going from here and going into a dream state, so we tell you close your eyes, and focus on something, and you start going into a different state as you're getting comfortable and becoming relaxed, and things start to slow down. We call that spindling. That's a certain type of a brain wave. Eventually go into non-REM sleeping, then you go into REM sleep when you're dreaming. Now each one of these states, different things are happening in terms of consciousness, different things are happening in terms of the brain. You could look at what the person says and know where they were in brain, or you can look at the brain and know where they were experientially. Because why? There is this order to the brain. There's an order between brain and consciousness. So all of this has to do with harmony of the spheres. And this is very much part of Maat in terms of the overall order and scheme of things. So we have the 7 principles. We have 42 statements that a person makes at the point that they are, let's say, committing to a certain lifestyle. And these 42 statements, some of them we know, like I haven't done this and I haven't done that, so I haven't killed anybody. I haven't stolen from my neighbor. I haven't lied about things. These are all statements that we're all very familiar with. Most people don't know that these affirmations or confirmations come from the 42 admonitions or laws, they say today, of Maat. Now, those 42 are 42 out of a total of 167 of those laws. And when you look at them and you read them, some of them are repeated. Even in the 42, a couple of them are repeated. But the point is that even though there are 42 essential laws that are explicitly stated, again, each of those laws in some way refers back to one of the 7 cardinal virtues that I discussed before. And every single class that a person would take, in some way, Ma'at is going to be discussed in that class, is going to be revealed. So definitely a premium is put on understanding and realizing that Ma'at rules the universe, orders the universe. And indeed, Ma'at is associated with the feminine principle. So Ma'at, because Ma'at is totality, and totality is feminine in the Egyptian mind. And so the different aspects of Ma'at are always represented by a goddess. And this is because in the Egyptian idea, the feminine is the whole, the complete, the total, whereas the masculine is that which is differentiated from or breaks away from or becomes individualized. So even in the idea of totality, we have masculine and feminine together. So Ma'at is the feminine version of all present law in all of those laws. and it says that her husband is Osiris or Osar. And in this case, he represents omnipresence. So you see that these two interacting forces that are opposites hang together, work together. So by Maat and Osar running together, then that's how they describe through mythology how the laws of Maat are omnipresent. They're all present. Wherever she is, he is. Wherever he is, she is. They hang together and they create the total package. Also, they had a construct that they call Ma'ati. Ma'ati is what we would today in our language we would call the double truth. So you know when you go in front of a judge and they say raise your right hand, you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Okay, this is the Egyptian construct of Ma'ati, the double truth they call it. What do they mean by that? They mean, again, there's a truth that is obvious through, let's say, evidence, right? However, we all know that evidence can be manipulated and changed, and things that aren't true can be made to look like they're true. So the second truth is the invisible truth and the total truth that cannot be manipulated, it cannot be seen, and nevertheless it is the truth. So this is Ma'at, the double truth, Ma'ati.